Business resiliency planning is a critical tool for ensuring an organization is prepared for threats and disasters, such as pandemics and data breaches. Hi, I'm David Allen at Prevalent. Like many of our customers and partners, we've had an increased focus on not only our resiliency planning, but also that of our vendors and supply chain during the current situation. This involves capturing processes and systems to ensure an organization can continue operations after an impactful event. The goals of resiliency planning are to identify continuity after a disruptive event, how the organization can continue business operations, how to protect revenue expectations, ensuring that company and customer data is secured, and also the health and safety of team members. You can move forward with this by creating a business resiliency plan that includes anticipated disaster scenarios for potential failure points, and for each one, detail recovery plans, potential mitigations, and alternatives. It's helpful to find opportunities for precautions and preventative steps. The audience for a business resilience plan, apart from internal stakeholders, includes potential and existing customers and clients, investors and shareholders. Also auditors. It's often a requirement for certification or compliance mandates. The plan should identify internal contributors and stakeholders and the roles that they will fulfill during a disruption. Any equipment and location, including offices, that may be impacted. List all your suppliers, vendors, partners, and inventory. Company and customer data is also an important consideration. You'll need to detail potential threats that may impact business. You'll also need processes in place for reviewing, tracking, and testing your plan. Make a note of internal stakeholders and their roles in resiliency planning. This would typically include a business resiliency coordinator and also a committee that they would work with to meet their responsibilities. This includes assembling all pertinent data, communication with the appropriate parties, reporting on incident statuses, and being the main point of contact for the senior management team. Typical roles would include the senior management team who advise and direct operations. They also act as an intermediary between the other defined roles and the board. Engineering and operations team are involved in protective and recovery activities involving servers, the cloud, applications, and hosting. Corporate counsel will handle any legal matters related to business resiliency, such as communications, contracts, working with law enforcement. Marketing and public relations teams coordinates all communications with the customers, partners, and the media, including requests for interviews with internal subject matter experts. They should also maintain draft communication plans and statements which can be customized and distributed quickly in case of disruption or delay. Customer support team provides bulletins and technical guidance to customers in the case of service impacts. This includes security concerns, product functionality, and operational changes. Ensure that your plan details a financial summary for your organization, as this is a factor in the ability to overcome setbacks. Include information about ownership, investors and financial backing, business growth and liquidity, and financial statements, if applicable. Your plan should identify and prioritize potential threats and their impact scenarios. Each potential threat may require unique recovery steps. Also consider the cascading effect of multiple overlapping threats and how that will evolve recovery actions. Review your organization's functions and activities for potential impacts during a crisis. This could include a production outage, a reduction in the available workforce, the loss of an executive team member or facilities and office space, or the failure of third-party vendors and suppliers. Then for each of these, rate the impact of disruption or loss, and describe risks and how they could be mitigated. Here's an example. We've identified a critical supplier is Paydium. Paydium offers services for payroll and personal time off tracking. Working with our resiliency committee, we've decided the impact to our business could be medium. Risk being, we'd be unable to execute payroll or track an employee's personal time off. As an industry leader, we believe the possibility of a catastrophic event with Paydium is remote. However, were they to experience such an event, our organization could process payroll manually until a new vendor is selected, of which there are many readily available. For IT and hosted application services, perform a business impact analysis to determine the criticality of these functions and activities. Assign values to these functions for their recovery after an impactful event. The recovery point objective, or RPO, is the maximum targeted period in which data may be lost due to a major incident. The recovery time objective, or RTO, is the acceptable amount of time to restore the business function after a disaster. There are many standards available to support business continuity planning and management. On the assessment side, the Prevalent Compliance Framework, or PCF, or Shared Assessment SIG, and other assessments all contain a business continuity section. These quickly determine whether an organization has built a continuity plan with suitable minimum business requirements, contingency, recovery planning and testing, and any impacts to the organization based on loss of staff and wider supply chain impact. Here at Prevalent, we're committed to working closely with our customers, partners, and the broader risk management community to reduce risk during these uncertain times. We're here to help. Check out our website and blog at www.prevalent.net for more information, including a free pandemic business resilience assessment questionnaire, templates, and other tools. Thanks for your time today.